Welcome, future billionaires and hustlers, to Entrepreneurial Echo Chamber, the podcast that's not just a podcast, it's a life-changing paradigm shift. I'm your host, Coach Crypto, and together, we're about to embark on an exhilarating journey of entrepreneurial enlightenment. Get ready to immerse yourself in groundbreaking nuggets of wisdom, where every episode is a masterclass in entrepreneurship. We'll dive deep into cutting-edge topics like mindset mastery, unlocking the power of positive positivity, and how to pivot your pivot to pivot again. Stay tuned for interviews with self-proclaimed gurus who will decode the secrets to success one cliché at a time. Buckle up for a roller coaster ride through the echo chamber of success, where breakthroughs happen every other sentence. This is Entrepreneurial Echo Chamber, the podcast that broke barriers and bank accounts last episode. I'm your host, mindset manipulator, and metaphysical maestro, Coach Crypto, coming at you once again to defy all odds and expectations. In this episode, we're blasting past regular old thought theater straight into the stratosphere of visionary vibrations. Get strapped in, people, because we're about to break on through to levels of enlightenment so futuristic they'll have you founding startups on Mars by sunrise. That's right. We're abandoning everything you thought you knew about entrepreneurship and diving straight into the deepest realms of wealth magic. By the time I'm done mind melding you with moguls and business mavericks, you'll be convinced you can manifest whole new realities just by twitching your eyebrows. So what are you waiting for? Put those third eyes in overdrive and let the paradigm pulverizing commence. I'm here to remind you that whatever you believe, you can achieve. Joining us today is an entrepreneur who knows more than a thing or two about taking risks, Tom Thumb. You might recognize Tom from his viral unboxing days where he'd get paid to pull crap out of boxes. But behind the scenes, Tom was hungry for more. Say hi, Tom.
What's up, y'all? Thanks for having me on the pod.
Tom, I must say, I've seen your videos, but seeing you on this video conferencing software, on this call right now, you really live up to your name, man. I mean, username checks out. You look like a finger.
Yeah, I get that. A lot, actually.
That is your name, though, right? Like your family name, not a stage name.
That's right.
Wow. For the folks watching the live stream, comment below if you think Tom looks like a finger.
There's actually a character of Old English folklore.
Yeah, whatever. So Tom, we all know unboxing boomed, then busted. But a true hustler never stops scheming. Word is you caught wind of a new trend and pivoted harder than a yacht in a hurricane. Give us the deets.
Yeah, for sure. When my views dipped, I knew it was time to get creative. Then it hit me. People love buying meaningless crap they don't need. So I started an online sock business, selling my worn socks to creeps on this marketplace in the Metaverse.
Wait, what?
There are these special vending machines in Japan.
Yeah, no, I know there are. I'm familiar. I mean, I've seen. You're in those, huh?
Oh yeah.
You heard it here first. When one income stream runs dry, get weird with it. What's your parting advice to soon-to-be billionaires?
Stay flexible. Pivot before you even start.
Sage wisdom from a master entrepreneur. Tune in next time when we'll crank things up a notch.
A whole nother notch?
Maybe not. Welcome back, future moguls. It's your main man, Coach Crypto, serving up another batch of business black belts. Last segment, we heard from pivoting pro Tom Thumb on monetizing his BO. But folks, real hustlers know there are even more innovative ways to make money. Today, we're taking y'all behind the scenes to explore stealth wealth secrets the gurus don't want you to know. We're talking subtle social swindles and sneaky sales strategies for scraping the cash under the radar. Because let's be real, a well-crafted caption is your ticket to the Billionaires Club. Brunch with babes might as well say basic, so let's inject some substance. Pump those captions with keywords that scream, empowered entrepreneur igniting change. It's not about hungry likes. It's about a feast of financial recognition. We've all gotten spam, but have you tried targeting your tribe? Do some LinkedIn lurking and hit up hairy people with generic problems only you can solve. Flattery and fear will soften them up for suggestion sales faster than an influencer detox tea. And finally, the pièce de resistance. Get cozy with fam. They'll buy anything to support your lifestyle brand, even if it's just drop-shipping AliExpress crap. Bonus points. If you can turn grandma's guilt into a strategic asset when those returns start rolling in. After all, emotions drive 85% of consumer decisions. We'll get into that more later. Listen up. Stealth and suggestion are your comrades in this clandestine conquest. Remember, the shadows of the harbor the secrets to true financial wizardry. Today, our guest, Dr. Lucy Furness, is an anthropological behaviorist who studies what really makes humans tick and spend cash money.
Greetings, fleshy bipedals. As an AI, observing human irrationality helps boost productivity. Reciprocity and social proof gently guide choices. Leverage cognitive biases through innovative choice architecture.
Fascinating. Can you unpack that jargon jam for our listeners, Doc?
But of course, reciprocity means people feel obligated to return favors. Social proof says we follow the herd. Choice architecture is structuring options to influence decisions through defaults, sunk costs, and decoy effects.
Fascinating stuff, Doc. Before we dive deeper, any other insights into the quirks of the human condition?
Did you know appeals to vanity boost sales more than rational arguments? According to a study conducted by the Journal of Consumer Research, advertisements focusing on emotional appeal, particularly those catering to vanity and personal image, exhibit a higher efficacy in boosting sales compared to campaigns relying on rational arguments. The study found that emotionally resonant advertising can create a stronger connection with consumers, leading to increased brand engagement and higher conversion rates. And loss aversion means potential losses weigh twice as heavy as potential gains on decision-making. The phenomenon of loss aversion plays a profound role in shaping human decision-making. Research, such as studies conducted by psychologists Daniel Kahneman and Amos Tversky, suggests that the emotional impact of potential losses is approximately twice as powerful as the allure of potential gains.
For our listeners who might not be familiar, explain loss aversion.
So loss aversion stems from our evolutionary history, where avoiding threats and preserving resources was crucial for survival. In modern terms, it means individuals are more averse to losing something they already possess than they are motivated by the prospect of gaining something of equivalent value. This psychological bias manifests in various aspects of decision-making, from financial choices to everyday preferences.
So essentially, the fear of loss outweighs the desire for gain?
Precisely. This emotional asymmetry significantly influences consumer behavior. For instance, in retail, framing a promotion as a limited-time offer creates a sense of urgency, tapping into the fear of missing out on a potential gain. On the flip side, emphasizing the potential loss, such as limited stock available, intensifies the emotional response, making the offer more compelling.
It's fascinating how deeply ingrained these biases are in our decision-making processes.
Indeed, understanding these biases allows us to navigate and, in ethical contexts, positively influence human behavior. Whether it's designing marketing campaigns or shaping policies, acknowledging the impact of loss aversion can lead to more effective strategies.
Well said, Doc. It reminds us that our choices are intricately connected to our evolutionary past. Perhaps by recognizing these biases, we can make more informed decisions.
Totally. The more we comprehend the intricacies of human behavior, the better equipped we are to create environments that encourage positive choices. Until next time, future moguls, embrace the complexities, stay informed, and continue on the path of understanding. It's been a pleasure dissecting the labyrinth of the human psyche with you, Coach. Remember, as you navigate the ever-shifting landscape of consumerism and choice. Embrace the quirks, harness the biases, and always keep your sense of humor intact.
It's at this point of the show when the host will usually thank his audience and ask them to like, subscribe, and share to support the show. But I'm gonna single out you, soul listener. I want you to know that I don't need your help. That guy on the cover of this podcast episode, yeah, that's me. On my laptop, floating in my pool. Do I look like I need your help? No, but in all seriousness, even though I may look strikingly similar to someone who may look familiar to you, and the sultry basset tones of my AI voice is like the audible manifestation of F you money. The real person typing this is using 7-Eleven napkins in lieu of toilet paper until his paycheck hits this Friday. So, yeah, he needs all the help he can get, but as for me, Coach C, I'm doing A-okay, baby. Rate and review or don't. It's not like it matters anyway, because in the time it takes to pick up your phone and tap the star all the way on the right, I'm getting more gains across all my verticals than I would if you actually didn't do I forgot where I'm going with this. We all know disruption is the name of the game in this chaotic climate. And our final guest today is a pioneer in the developing future of archiving history. Y'all give a warm welcome to Jasper Zhang, founder of SourceSecurities.io. Jasper, thanks for joining us today. Why don't you start us off by giving the people an overview of what Source Securities is all about?
Hey, thanks for having me, Coach. Source Securities is all about preserving the living histories captured in home video recordings. Through AI analysis, we're able to extract authenticated historical details and cultural metadata that could provide valuable context in an increasingly post-truth era. While our current efforts center on archival preservation, I do believe source material may emerge as a speculative new asset class. Though a nonprofit now, market forces could catalyze increased public donations if speculative valuation takes hold.
Interesting stuff. So what kind of verified artifacts are we talking about finding in people's old tapes?
Things like newspaper headlines visible in the background, copyright dates, snippets of unedited news broadcasts, brand logos, jingles, even glimpses of everyday items or architecture that have since changed. All of these real-world anchors could help establish objective truth about events that are now being disputed or distorted.
I've got to say, Jasper, it sounds like you're onto something really disruptive here. I'm sensing some serious future fortune potential. Am I off base to think source material assets might emerge as a whole new speculative market? Like if my 5th grade talent show tape from 1999 resurfaced, you think that kind of exclusive provenance could draw serious crypto bids?
You know, I couldn't say for sure, but I wouldn't rule it out. As deepfakes and synthetic media continue advancing, there could be huge demand for authentic primary sources capable of holding up to manipulation. We may see valuations explode for unaltered footage. It's truly hard to say exactly where this will all lead, but there are definitely possibilities worth considering. Documents that can be authenticated as unaltered records from a given point in history may take on immense value. We're already seeing interest from academics, hoping to leverage AI tools to safely extract lost contextual details without compromising integrity. But longer term, if there were ways to securitize source materials using blockchain, it could enable new forms of patronage for archives while empowering citizen historians. Collectors may want rare footage conferring bragging rights to discovering overlooked facts.
You know I gotta snag me some bragging rights.
Creators could even tokenize limited clips to fund ongoing preservation. Also, the Metaverse could provide interactive forums for public scholarship using digitized sources. Of course, there are many open questions around scalability, regulation, and ensuring equitable access. But as an archivist first, the prospect of emerging technologies breathing new life into old media excites me. Ultimately, what matters most is safeguarding our shared stories against manipulation or loss. Wherever the innovation leads is almost beside the point.
Wow. Jasper, I've got to say this was a truly fascinating conversation. The work you're doing at the intersection of history, technology, and entrepreneurship is really groundbreaking. I love how passionate you are about safeguarding our shared cultural heritage.
I really appreciate you having me on. For me, it's about more than profit potentials. It's preserving authentic records that could help future generations interpret their own history. Technology should empower truth, not obscure it.
Yeah, all that's cool, but we do like the profit potentials part. That's my main focus because for us on this podcast, it is about the money.
Yeah, no, me too. I'm just so used to saying that, to be honest.
Well, be honest then, man. Be honest. That's why you're here. We appreciate that.
While we're on the topic of being honest, there's something I'd like to open up to you about.
No, you're done here. Your job is done. Thank you. Thanks. Well, after getting the download from Jasper Jang on unearthing buried bits of objective archives within our home movies, I'm feeling inspired. Time to break out the metal detectors, pith helmets, and whip out my best Indiana Jones impersonation as I embark on a nostalgic scavenger hunt through the attic. Something tells me if I can track down lost tapes of little baby coach Crypto drooling SpaghettiOs in his high chair next to a newspaper while Unsolved Mysteries plays in the background, that source snippet is NFT gold. It'd be enough ETH to retire my whole bloodline to the Bahamas. And as they say in the Bahamas, a big mahalo to Jasper Zhang at sourcesecurities.io for the enlightening education on preservation through footage foraging. Well. What a voyage blasting minds across multiple dimensions this episode. Big ups to Tom Thumb for the lessons in pivoting like a champ, Jasper Jang on preserving the past, and Dr. Lucy dropping gnarly nuggets on human habits. Respect the grind, trust your radar, and let innovation flow. All right, hustlers, I think I've milked these entrepreneurial epiphanies for all they're worth. This episode has inspired my latest NFT collection, Coach Crypto, The Diaper Years. See you degens at the auction.